So I haven't been feeling the best lately. In fact, I've been feeling like shit and pretty frustrated at work, which is ironic because I'm supposedly having a dream job right now, but somehow I feel like I'm losing touch with telling stories. Mainly because I'm recently stuck with making an infinite amount of motion graphics and watching Russian girls talk to a doll. A lot of Russian girls talking to one same doll. Anyways, I don't want to get fired, but I do want to reignite my love for telling stories. So that's why I'm bringing you guys 3 really dumb travel stories that didn't make the cut for the vlogs. So, story time. So this first story happened back in March last year when I was on a 7-day trip across Thailand, Singapore and Malaysia with 2 of my friends. Now we have a very specific goal in mind, which is not spending above $5,000, so we find some really cheap flights and a bus transit to keep our costs low, leaving the rest for stuff like scuba diving or riding ATVs. So after spending most of our money on interesting places in Thailand and bougie sightseeing in Singapore, we're off to a 10-hour bus ride to Malaysia. On the way to the station, we went past a toilet which charged 25 cents per visit. Now, none of us were leaky enough to pay for the loo, so we decided that we'll get a can of Coke each to give it a little nudge. So as a group accountant, I gathered and counted the $6.75 that we have combined and decided that, well, 4 cans of soda costing $1.5 each would probably leave us enough for the toilet. So we got our drinks. So after finishing our drinks, we realized that something was off. Instead of $1, we only have 75 cents left. And it then occurred to me that after 12 years of mandatory math and a 2-year accounting degree, I couldn't do basic subtraction and thought that 6.75 minus 1.5 times 4 equals to 1. Let that sink in. In the end, I did the responsible thing of risking a bloody explosion through a 10-hour cross-country bus ride. Not the best times, but definitely a staple dumpish hour. Moving on. So story number 2 happened on my second to last day in Europe. I was in Berlin with my friend Jason, and as a gift to myself, I got a suite in Intercontinental. The room was filled with fancy shit like neon lights, slanted trash bin, and a ridiculous view. And after going through Berlin under a literal shitstorm, me and Jason bought some booze for the night, but we decided that it wasn't chilly enough, so we put it into the fridge. About a minute or so afterwards, my phone started ringing text messages about a 15-euro charge from Intercontinental. I was freaked out and beyond confused. But it didn't take long for us to realize what just happened.
So the thing is, look at this fridge. Okay, here. It says every item you take will be immediately charged to your account. We try to fit our wine and our Coke in there. So we move a few of the bottles and then we read that. So now it would be like, I just got charged €5 for a Red Bull.
I don't know how to find the desk because I don't remember. Hi, good evening. I'm just trying to ask because I was trying to freeze some drink in the mini fridge. It says like any drinks moved will be instantly charged to my account, but I'm not using any of it. I mean, I was wondering if it's like if it's on record or anything. Can you remove those for me because I'm not drinking any of those. So is it okay? Is it fine? Because I'm not using. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Bye. It's fine. It's clear. I was like panicked. She's like, yes, it's on record. You have 2 Red Bulls and then 1 apple juice. I'm like, bitch, I'm not drinking those, bitch. I'm like, okay, this is the most advanced fucking mini fridge I've ever seen. But I didn't know. I thought it was just like cup holders or something.
Oh, wait.
It's like really intricate. I was like, this is
bougie.
This is rich people stuff.
I miss Europe. But seeing that I can't navigate rich people stuff, I think I'm better off staying in a hostel. the top story of my stupid deeds happened back in London. I was there for only a quick weekend, so I decided that I would take a bicycle tour to make sure that I can explore as much as I can. Now, I'm a huge fan for road safety. So I promised myself not to film during the bicycle tour, especially when my biking experience only came from after-party drunk cycling. So I stood by my promise until the guy in front of me took his camera out and started filming. And he did fine, so I guess maybe I'll be fine too. See, it was a little bit wobbly at first, but it was still very manageable until I got in over my head. So part of the tour brings us to the Tower Bridge, which consists of two parts, the bridge itself and the slope. Now, it was really sketchy cycling on the bridge with so many cars around us, but up to that point we've been riding for like 2 hours, so filming while cycling became like second nature for me already. Soon enough, once we finished crossing the bridge, we were down onto the slope, and I realized that I was going too fast, so I pressed the brake. And that's when everything turned to shit. See, the brakes of the bike in Europe are in opposite direction compared to the British one, meaning that the rear brake of the bike that I was riding was on the left-hand side, while I was used to the rear brake being on the right. So when I pressed the brake on the right-hand side out of habit, I was tossed over the bar and rolled and almost breaking my camera and my back. Then my tour guide rushed to my side and I was there like a doofus, sitting on my ass. Now I really wish I had footage of the crash because at least that would have been worth it. So there's it, 3 not very interesting but very dumb travel stories, and it felt really good to be finally making something again. So go like, comment and subscribe. I don't really care, but I'll see you next time. Bye.